YouTube, welcome to another video. Today we'll be watching the most painful prison deaths ever. If they're in prison, they're in there for a reason. Yeah, don't go to prison or you'll probably end up like these people. And I'll probably be in there dropping elbows on your forehead. Let's go.
You get hooked into prison and the air feels heavier the second that steel door slams shut behind you.
Let's turn that down a little bit.
All eyes are still on you.
There we go.
You look left to right, only to see inmates sizing you up like wolves around a wounded deer.
Yeah, bro, if you go to jail, Diddy's gonna be in there. He's gonna do some unspeakable things to you. And after that, he's gonna make you his little plate toy in there.
First week you're in there.
I forgot he's not in there.
From getting shoved in chow lines to getting tripped in the showers, you quickly find out that in prison showing weakness is an invitation to get beat up. So you stop. You start doing push-ups until your chest is on fire and burpees until your vision blows. Anything heavy that you can get your hands on, you quickly start lifting. As
Yes,
you do, the fights keep on coming. But for once, you finally win. A few months later, people know your name. Inmates begin nodding at you in the yard. Gangs start sending some of their guys to your cell not to beat you up, but to rather invite you to their group. As usual, you stay solo, but the respect, that's yours now. You've earned it, and everybody recognizes it. It wasn't easy, but you finally climbed the ranks of approval inside of the prison.
Man, just like I did.
Great news!
Yeah, I gotta get the YouTube Plus, bro. What the fuck? Yo, send me money so I can get YouTube Plus, please.
You look inside, only to find a scrawny newcomer sprawled out on the top of the bed. Your bed. You've been locked up long enough to know that what this man is doing is one of the biggest signs of disrespect in the prison, but the man seems ignorant to the culture. He's half asleep with his head on your pillow like he owns the place.
Hey, wake up.
Can't you see that I'm trying to catch some sleep?
Get the f off my bed.
Man, it's too early.
What the fuck? Is that Batman? What the fuck? Is that Batman? I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I woke up off the sleep crust in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? I got eye boogers. If I heard motherfucking Batman in my voice, go ahead. I mean, not my voice. If I heard Batman in my face, I'm gonna get up. You got it, bro, Chano. Go ahead and sleep down. I might rub your head. Make sure you go to sleep real well tonight. Make sure the bugs don't bite tonight.
Ready for this. Just buzz off.
Everyone's watching. This is the biggest disrespect you've received in months, and you become enraged to a point where you finally decide enough's enough. You grab the scrawny man and rip him off your bunk bed, slamming him down to the floor in an instant. Without wasting a second, you begin swinging at him like it's no man's business. Inmates rush out from their cells and form a crowd between the two of you, excited to see the fight take place. Your fists connect over and over, and cheers erupt around you from all types of prisoners. You lock him in a tight headlock, with your muscles bulging. He's flailing aimlessly, with snot and tears dripping from his eyes and nose. Gang leaders begin placing bets on who'll win the fight for fun, but it's obvious. You're winning easily. And then, it happens. A pain so sharp and blinding that it doesn't feel real. You really don't want to look, but you look anyways in pure disbelief. It wasn't just a gut feeling, your brain was right. The dude is literally biting your neck. You scream like a banshee. It's a sound you can't even recognize coming from your
Oh.
Right now, you don't care. You begin to claw, punch, and bash him. Unfortunately, however, you only find that the more you hit him, the harder the bite becomes. When you start to feel tissue rip, your punches turn into desperate pleas for him to stop. He doesn't listen. The crowd isn't cheering anymore, and even the veterans look sick. You begin begging for the guards to intervene, but by the time they rush in and rip him off you, it's too late. You're found convulsing on the floor, unresponsive,
Oh.
life-threatening injuries. Medical staff does their absolute best to save you, but you're broken in a way that can't be undone. This incident took place in Ghana during 2020.
Oh man, hey, I thought that was in the USA. I was about to say, yo, watch out for this man. You might be walking down the street with your lady, you know what I'm saying, about to go watch a movie, probably go catch you, finna walk to your Uber. He probably cut in front of you, yo, this my Uber now. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you wanna stand your ground. Like, yo, what you mean it's your Uber? Fuck out of here, yo. Hit the road, bro. Go and buy you another Uber, bro. Go buy you an Uber. Nah, bro. He throw you on the ground. Start gobbling at your nuts, bro. Literally gobbling. That's what he did. But hey, this not America, though. That's Africa.
Both individuals got into an altercation that led to this shamelessly terrifying fight.
Oh
The
man.
suspect that committed the crime was taken to court again, where he received judgment for his attack. Always remember to protect your jewels. The freezer incident. On January 12th, a 33-year-old man would be taken to the Walker County Jail, confused, malnourished, and sick. His cousin had called for help, hoping that the police would bring an ambulance and give him medical assistance. However, the sheriff's deputies arrived at the scene first, and they reported that the man brandished a weapon and let off a round towards the officers before running into a forest. When they finally apprehended him, he was seen to be malnourished and in a state of total delirium, with his only comments being incoherent babbles about portals in hell. Instead of taking the man to the hospital, the officers would lock him in a cold-looking cell and remove his clothes for whatever reason.
What the hell?
From the moment the door clanged shut,
Oh no, they freaky.
the cold began eating him. It seeped into his bones, turned his skin to goose flesh, and made his teeth chatter until his jaw ached. Each breath fogged in the air like it was Christmas night, and the man began shivering so violently that it hurt. An officer would state that this treatment was fitting, since the man fired a weapon at the officers. Some other jailers even said that the cops should have just fired at him, instead of bringing him back to the jail alive. Days passed without food, warmth, or medical treatment.
Oh man. Yeah, he did.
And one day, he was finally taken out of the cell. However, it would be for anything but a good reason. Despite being in a freezing cold cell with temperatures that dropped below 30 degrees for nearly a week, officers still thought that these conditions were too comfortable for him. To the man's complete horror, they wanted to lock him in the jail's kitchen freezer.
Yo, where is
Rip him
this
out of the
at?
cell and tase him so violently that he'd lose his dentures in the process. With his wrists and ankles shackled, they would throw the man in a metal restraint chair, tie him down, and leave him in the freezer. The air inside was biting. Any ounce of heat his body may have maintained before was sapped instantly. His body burned with fever, then chilled again, as if it couldn't decide whether to fight or surrender. The hum of the refrigeration unit filled the silence. His fingers stiffened, his lips turned blue, and the man froze with every second in that chair, feeling like hours. When they moved him back to the holding cell, the floor was littered with trash. He lay there motionless, ribs showing, breath shallow. He disappeared briefly, stood at the doorway, then turned off the light and left him in darkness. Guards passed his cell, some stopping to look, others just walking by. Not one brought him clothes. After enduring 2 weeks of pure horror, the officers took him to a hospital. A human's normal body temp is supposed to be about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. When they brought him in, he was only breathing 2 breaths per minute with a pulse that was nearly non-existent, and his body temperature shockingly read 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Doctors tried to warm him up and did their absolute best to push his body back from the edge.
Nah.
Sadly enough, it was too late. In the official report, officers would lie and say that he was completely fine when he left the jail, and that hypothermia is what caused his outbreak. But in truth, they froze him alive. Thankfully,
Thank you,
jail
bro.
staff members would all be tried and charged in relation to this incident. Let situations like these encourage you to know the law and your rights as a civilian veteran.
Yeah.
Also, let it serve as a reminder for people like you and I to refuse to look the other way whenever those in power treat humans with cruelty.
Facts. God damn it, bro. YouTube Plus, bro. Send me money. Send me $20 so I can go get YouTube Plus, please. Please.
First, you do enough favors from other prisoners for them to buy you some peanut butter from the commissary.
Yo, is that Playboy Cardi?
You lick the jar clean and keep it concealed. After that, you steal some sugar from the jail's kitchen and strong cleaning materials like bleach or ammonia.
Hey. Peak.
Once you've got all your materials, head back to the kitchen and bribe the prisoner working kitchen duty and have access to stove and pots inside. Then, quickly cook yourself some boiling hot water and slowly pour it into your peanut butter jar so that it doesn't melt and warp the container. Finally, sneak the boiling hot water back to your cell and mix the rest of your ingredients inside of it. And when you see your enemy sitting down to eat his lunch, attack. This concoction is called prison napalm, and it's one of the most dangerous and common weapons used within the prison. This horrific mixture splashes onto you and sticks to your skin while burning the living hell out
Oh,
of you.
wow.
It's difficult to get off, and it keeps on burning you long after the attack is over because of its stickiness, hence why it's called prison napalm. In August 2013, a 23-year-old man would be sentenced to 20 years of prison for mistakenly targeting a young girl in an act of violence that would tragically be the cause of her passing. With the community absolutely enraged about this, people outside of the prison would put a $13,000 bounty on his head for the prisoners to deal away with.
God
After
damn.
a series of unsuccessful attacks, the man would be placed in a protection cell with 2 other inmates. But horrifically enough, at around 11 p.m., the man would prepare to go to bed when one of the inmates in the cell quickly pinned him down to the floor while the other magically revealed a steaming hot concoction of, yep, you guessed it, prison napalm. What makes this case terrifying is that the men didn't just throw and splash the napalm on him, like how it's normally supposed to be used. They began slowly pouring the boiling hot liquid down his throat, causing severe injury to the man's internal.
Oh my God.
They poured the rest of it on his face, eyes, lips, and ears. Officers would quickly intervene, but upon glimpse of the man, they would report that he bared a horrifyingly similar resemblance to a real-life zombie. So, with that being said, stay in school, follow your passions, and please, for the love of all that's good, don't end up in jail.
Please don't. I don't want to see nobody on the news saying they got poured with napalm on their face. You know what I'm saying? Please. For everybody. Your mama, your brother, your sister, your grandma, boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know what you like. You know what I'm saying? We don't judge, but please don't, bruh. Please. That's dangerous, bruh. It's dangerous, bruh. Hey, though. I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to join the family. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, you already watched the video, so your family. If you don't do that, I promise you, you're gonna go. I'm gonna send you to jail. After that, I'm gonna drop a couple of elbows on your head, and then Diddy is gonna have his way with you. And then after that, you know, I can't even explain what else was gonna happen because it's not allowed on YouTube. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe and become a member, please. Not even a member, become a part of the family. We're going 23 strong. How about you make it 24? Hey, that's enough said though. I love you and I always will. Peace.